Hi guys, welcome to another of my bedtime stories with me, Ian. Tonight is one of my favourites. We'll be reading Reyt Good magazine, introducing 2 Weeks in Nashville, written by My Little Pony, Carl Maloney. Hiya folks, thanks for joining us in the virtual RGM lounge today. Grab a brew and take a seat. I really admire how you lads work. There is always something going on online. Who drives that?
Hey RGM, just for the support on the new tune. And please, you've noticed our online work. I think since the lockdowns and not being able to play shows, we have just channeled our creativity in other ways and wanted to keep things busy and moving to stay motivated and try and have some sort of presence for our followers. It's been fun actually, all having our roles in terms of putting the content together.
Mark mused. You're producing some really nice professional looking graphics and videos. What's your secret? Thank you. Secrets aren't meant to be shared, but as you asked, our graphics and videos come in the form of one French guitarist, Mark, and one angry bassist, Johnny. Everyone needs a Mark and Johnny, the ultimate double act, the Chuckle Brothers, Laurel and Hardy, Ant and Dec. Ian spoke. What's one question you're sick of being asked when interviewed?
How did you come up with your band name? That's a classic.
I should have read this through. This is fucking mental what this has been. Which one is the biggest pain in the arse?
Lateness is a pain. Forgetting things is also annoying. I suppose if you forget something, you're going to have to go back and get it, which most likely leads to you being late. Therefore, if you're just late, then you'd hope you'd have everything you need. A combination of the two would be worse.
How do you think the government have looked after the nighttime economy / live gig circuit?
Bojo and the gang have made an incredible fist of completely destroying the live music industry.
Johnny spat, with revolution in his eyes. What is the unsigned music scene in Lingfield like at the minute?
This minute, not amazing to be honest. Corona's put a stop to all the fun.
What good bands are coming out of Lingfield at the moment?
Some great bands we can't get enough of are Natia and Catching Mangoes. Both are electric on stage and doing big things in their scene.
Who is inspiring you at the minute?
Mandela's autobiography has a permanent space on my bedside table. Musically, I worship Keith Richards, and I personally worship Nick Knowles. After all, Knowles knows best.
Mark replied. If your fans could remember one thing about you, what would it be?
Maybe you can polish a turd?
What useless talent do you have / party trick?
Ian can drink a pint. Johnny eats chicken bones. Mark can recite the French national anthem with his eyes closed, and I can do all three in quick succession.
What was the most fun you've had on stage?
I think the answer for all of us, when I say that Camden Assembly at the end of 2019 was the most fun on stage. Johnny stage dived, Ian sunk a few points mid-show. I saw that show with friends and family. Also in the crowd makes for a mental time on stage. The buzz and atmosphere was great in the venue that night.
Mark smiled, lost in the memory. What was the worst experience on stage?
As a band, the worst experience on stage would have to be playing to a man and his dog at a festival in the south. I think you have to play a few of those though. Keeps you grounded and makes you hungry for more. I'm sure there'll be a few more to come as well.
Hoped Johnny. Tell us something about each member that you think people would be surprised about.
Well, my hidden talent is to juggle pineapples.
Johnny and Ian both have professional culinary qualifications, and Mark was a child actor back in France. You can see him in later episodes of Oggy et le Caffards,
said Billy, proudly. Tell us a funny story from backstage.
Before Johnny was Johnny trained, he got shot and had to do a shit in our old guitarist cowboy hat. He did not last long after that,
Mark whispered. Name a four-piece band made up of legends. Who would be in it? Keith Moon's on drums, John Frusciante on guitar, Andy Fraser on bass and Michael Hutchence on vocals. That is an elite group right there. Not only great on stage, but epic at the after party, thought Ian. What goes into your favourite sandwich?
As long as it's made with love, then it's going to be a great sandwich. It's the thought and effort that counts. Although, if you're offering, always a cheddar and cucumber and definitely no cheese.
What advice would you give someone going into the music industry?
You're never going to please everyone. I know that's a cliche, however it's never more clear than when you release a song. All that matters is how you feel about it. Everything else is irrelevant.
Johnny preached. What's your biggest achievement as a band?
Living together in a flat over lockdown and not seriously injuring each other. We still have the mental scars, but you wouldn't be able to tell just by looking at us. And that's something we are definitely proud of.
Mark said, wistfully. Tell us about a time when you had a proper right laugh while you were all together. We used to have a right laugh pranking each other, but lately it has been spiraling out of control. Johnson escalated the situation with a fire extinguisher. It has reached a breaking point after Mark broke a peace treaty with a bucket of hot tomatoes and kidney beans at 3 a.m. Currently, we are in talks with mediators to resolve the situation. What's your favourite song to play live and why?
That is a tough one, but would have to say that the latest single, Homeward Bound, is up there. We usually close the show with it and get such positive feeling and buzz playing that one live. It just seems to bring people together in the moment. It's a good feeling. Just need some shows to experience it more.
I hear you have a new album brewing. What can you tell us about it?
Yes, we do indeed. It's been brewing for a while now, and we can't wait to get it out into the world. It was recorded in Nashville last year, and it's called Paper Planes and Razor Blades. It was heavily influenced by the time we spent there. We're hoping it brings people some hope and positivity to people.
I think everyone needs some positivity at the moment. Johnny smiled. Is there anything else you would like to share with the world?
It is possible to hypnotise a frog by placing it on its back and gently stroking its stomach. Cheers for the chat and all the best, Billy.
Billy winked. Well, I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm sure I'm feeling a bit tired. I'm ready for bed. Until the next one, good night.